We'll go straight to questions. Anyone wants to start? Ben?
I know you know Lerner pretty well from playing him last year, but it seemed like he played at a really high level today and broke right off the bat and kind of stayed in front the whole way. What did you see from Lerner, and what were you struggling with?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he played too good for me today. Could I do better? I mean, you can always do better if you lose with the scoreline I did. But I felt like, yeah, he had a match probably of his life or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. He had a good match, and I didn't manage to rival his level. And that's why basically I lost, and there is nothing to change anymore right now.
Daniil, do you feel like, how would you compare your level today to what it was a year ago when you played Lerner?
Oh, it's a very tough question because it's a completely. Honestly, I cannot answer because I would probably say in general I'm playing much better. But if you compare the exact match, I don't know. I want to say I played better last year, but maybe I say this because of the scoreline. So don't have an exact answer to your question. Sorry.
Matt?
How were your legs today after the 5 sets with Fabian? Did that play? You think that played any role in it?
I don't think so. I mean, the match with Fabian was for sure intense, but it was not even 4 hours. I felt fine. Yeah, for me, it was not about the legs today. It was just about the tennis. So, in my opinion, that probably not physically. Physically, I was fine.
Charlie?
I don't know. Where does this leave you, sort of confidence-wise, going ahead for the rest of the year? Obviously, really disappointing result, but a much better Grand Slam result than at any time last year.
Yeah, I think I should focus more on in general. If we take like last, maybe 8 tournaments, let's say starting from US Open, so I don't know if it's like 8, 9. I played great. I beat a lot of players. I played great against some top players. And in general, I was going far in the results. And even here, I won 2 very tough matches against opponents who played well, Halis and Fabian. So I should try not to focus on this exact match, which was not good because, I mean, he outplayed me, so that's not a good feeling. But I should focus more on the general picture and just continue working the way I did for the last tournaments. And again, if I manage to play good, beat all the players I have beaten in all these tournaments, I can get where I want. Of course, it's unfortunate to finish a Grand Slam like this when I was feeling well and confident, but it is what it is.
Hey, Daniil, tough one today. During that stretch of 11 games in a row that he won, what was going through your head?
I was just trying to win one more, and the one I won was not easy. I don't know if he had a break point, but for sure it was a couple of deuce points. I mean, I was trying to figure out what can I do to kind of disturb his level that he had at this moment. And I do want to say, I guess I did something because it became 4-3. And I even felt like, 4-3, it's small chance. And then, well, there was not a big chance finally. But that's how I am, no matter the score. I try to win one game at first, maybe one more after. The matches can turn a bit more probably in women's tennis, but in men's tennis as well, we saw some crazy things. So I just try to say to myself, like, till the last point, try to fight. And then the last point was not for me this time.
Tumani?
You've obviously spoken really highly about Lerner after your previous matches, but I'm curious, did this even surprise you, what he was able to kind of produce the whole match?
In a way, yes, because, yeah, I mean, he played great, super aggressive. Even when I was making good shots, he was making a better shot back. So didn't find many solutions today on the court, which is rare. And I didn't feel that many times in my life like this. But again, these things can happen. He had like unbelievable match where everything went in. It did happen to me as well a couple of times, and you even kind of feel sorry for your opponent because like, okay, I can go for tweener now and probably with the closed eyes and make it. It happens. I should have done maybe something a bit better to try to disturb this rhythm of his.
So on not finding solutions, late in the third set, you hit the underarm serve and then served right from the corner. I interpreted that as you not really knowing what to do. How did you feel at that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I always have this in the back of my mind, right? Because what I did by this is I just tried to do something to, as I say, throw the rhythm off. So you can take like a medical timeout, but I didn't want to do it. So I was like, you know what, maybe underarm, maybe something like this. But I felt like that's not the exact solution in the long run today. So then I came back to the normal position. And again, I don't think if I would go all the time in different positions on the serve, that would change much today.
When you analyse your game at the moment, what's the main difference now between now and when you were getting to the back end of Grand Slams?
Tough to say. I don't have an answer. Maybe the serve was a bit more precise, but here, exactly during this Australian Open, meaning not 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I felt like it's not easy to serve for someone like me, meaning I never go like 220. So my strength is like I can kind of pop it, and I felt the balls heavy. And whenever it doesn't mean they're bad, because as I say, since some time I feel like they're improving throughout the tour, and so it's kind of normal to sometimes have heavy and sometimes have light balls, because that favors like all the tour. And here I feel like it didn't favor me, and so if you see all my matches, I was struggling on my serve even in the first round, and the kilometers per hour were lower than, for example, in Brisbane. And against someone like Learner today, that was not enough. So yeah, maybe the serve, but yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Sorry, last one. Yeah.
You might not have heard yet, but there's some news just recently in Jakub Mensik has had to pull out injured.
Really?
As someone who's done this many times before, how tough can that be on a player who has to pull out this far along in the tournament? And what's your reaction as someone who's...
And what happened, did he say? Like
abdominal injury.
Abdominal. Yeah, I mean, that's super unfortunate. These things happen. I mean, Rafa had to pull out what I think of to semi-final of Wimbledon. So even a bit more unfortunate, not the quarterfinal. Who was he supposed to play? Novak in fourth round. Yeah, unfortunate, because that would be a great match. I mean, he beat him in Miami, but these things happen, and the only thing, I saw him in the locker room, I had no idea. So the only thing I can say, it's unfortunate for him. He's a strong guy, super young, so he will have his chances more. Hopefully nothing too serious, and yeah, he's a great player, but unfortunate.
An easy one for Djokovic.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. As I say, you know, did it ever happen maybe in the final? But it could, you know, one time in the history it could, you never know. So it happens, you know, you can see it in both ways. From one way, of course, you know, you're pretty happy, okay, easy quarters, don't play the first round against a strong guy. And this could throw your rhythm a bit off, because now Novak has like 3 days off before probably a strong opponent. I don't know who he has next. So it's okay, these things happen, and just have to roll on.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.